and welcome to this special edition of webinars on the topic Using Free Software Tools for Media Production, organized by the Department of Media Science, the Heritage Academy, and in collaboration with the Department of Journalism and Mass Communication, Surendranath College for Women. Today we have with us Professor Sambit Pal, an assistant professor at IIMC Dhenkanal. He has been a part of the India Training Network of Google News Initiative that conducts workshop on fact-checking and fake news verification. He has a strong background of research in new media, news literacy, misinformation, hyperlocal journalism, and many more significant topics. I now request the head of Department of Journalism and Mass Communication of Surendranath College for Women, Professor Dr. Uma Shankar Pandey, to welcome our guest.
Thank you, Sambit. Thank you so much for agreeing to, speak today. Thank you for your efforts, and you are really, he's one of the very, I won't call promising, but he's a very established, accomplished, scholar. Apart from being one of the topmost journalists in the country, we've all seen him on television doing all those wonderful news stories, and his transition to an academician has been seamless. And to top it all, he's such a modest and a fantastic human being. So I'm really, really happy that he agreed to do the session today. I once again take the opportunity to thank the Heritage Academy, the Dean Modupati, for putting it all together. Without her help, this webinar wouldn't have been possible. I thank all my colleagues at Department of Journalism and Mass Communication, Surendranath College for Women once again. Looking forward to a fabulous interaction with Professor Sambit Pal.
Thank you, sir. I now request Madam Mansi Agarwal to start the session with Professor Pal. Over to you, ma'am.
Welcome, Professor Pal. Now we are eagerly waiting to learn audio editing with Audacity. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Mansi Agarwal. Thank you so much, Dr. Uma Shankar Pandey, for your kind words, and thank you, Dr. Madhupa Bakshi, for having me here today. And it's a great pleasure for me, in fact, to be part of this webinar on using open source software applications, because I'm very much in favor of using free tools as much as we can, because that's what we need at this hour. And today I'd like to discuss about Audacity. I've heard two other lectures of yesterday and the day before, and it's going in great gun. I hope that I can live up to the words Dr. Pandey has just used. So the idea is that I'll be doing a presentation for about say 40 minutes. After that, I'll do some live demonstration of Audacity audio editing software, and then we'll go into question answer. So I hope my screen is visible to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's play with audio. Actually, that is what I feel that, for a person who has been doing journalism and trying to use multimedia elements. So this is all about playing with new tools, and I hope that, I can convey this sense. Okay, some house rules. So already it has been said, but I would like to request all the participants, please do not mistakenly press this present screen button. That creates a bit problem. Keep your microphone on mute mode, please, because if you start talking, or inadvertently if you start your microphone on, then it creates a lot of noise, and that's disturbing. And we will take questions at the end of the presentation, but you can keep on typing your questions, whatever comes in your mind, on the chat box. I think Manasi will help me with the questions at the end of my presentation, and a little bit of demonstration on Audacity. Okay, so these are my credentials, the contact details. If you have any question which I can't answer right now, or if I miss something, if something comes later in your mind, you can always mail me. You can connect me through Twitter, or my Facebook page or Instagram page. Okay, so the objectives of today's session is about to talk about basic idea about audio editing software application Audacity. The system requirements to use it, the ideas about the basic tools and editing, a short live demo of Audacity, and then I'll talk a little bit about importance of free multimedia tools, and for which we are doing this webinar series. Now, what is Audacity? Okay, Okay, so this is free audio software. It's free. It's free as in absolutely free. It's open source, cross-platform. Cross-platform means you can use it in Windows, in Mac system, in Linux, and of course, audio editing software it is. So free of cost, as I said, that there is no hidden cost with any kind of hidden cost involved in using Audacity, because it's a group of volunteers who started this initiative of creating this software application 20 years ago. So they are celebrating 20 years of Audacity this year. And this is an audio recorder, editor, and mixer. And you can free to use it commercially also. And it should come just, you need to give this attribution of Creative Commons Attribution License 3.0. And that's it, they need. And whenever you're using Audacity, they just want this trademark to be mentioned. Otherwise, it can be commercially used as well. So there is no worry at all if you're using it for any purpose. So that's the beauty of Audacity. Okay, the operating system that supports Audacity is Windows, Mac, and Linux, but it's not yet on Android. I'm sure that some of you must be thinking that why it's not on mobile phone, because we are very much used to do a lot of editing stuff on, or rather, a lot of things on our mobile device. But unfortunately, Audacity is not available on mobile device as yet. Okay, about the system requirements for Audacity, if you're using Windows 10, 632 or 64-bit, that's good to go with. If you are having a RAM of, say, from 2 GB to 4 GB, it's good to go with. So this is a minimum RAM requirement according to Audacity team. It's just 2 GB RAM and 1 gigahertz processor that can run this software well. But if you are having 4 GB RAM, then if you are those who are using Mac PCs and all, then it's Mac OS 10.15 Catalina, 10.14 Mojave, and 10.13 High Sierra. These are the specification. If you're having in your Mac system, then it's good to go with. And for Linux, I'm not too sure if somebody is using Linux or not, but at least 1 GB RAM and 2 gigahertz processor. That is the minimum requirement to run Audacity on Linux. Okay, now what can you do with Audacity? Why are we really talking about Audacity, and why are you attending this webinar? Okay, you can produce podcasts, and this is the most important part of using audio editing software, because India's podcast market is really growing, and it is according to a PwC report of 2018-19. India has the third largest podcast market, so it is coming up in a big way. It's maybe news, maybe storytelling, maybe any other topic. In fact, I remember I subscribed to Stories of Mahabharata. That was delivered through podcast, and I really enjoyed that. And people love to listen to podcast when they are on the go, when they're moving. They love to listen to podcast. And if you are planning to produce podcast, then this is the best tool that's available with you, free of cost. Okay, you can record talks, stories, as I told you. You can edit them. If you are a teacher, then you can record your lecture. You can edit it properly and then send it to your students. And if you are a student and if you're willing to join any media organization, then it's always good to know this audio editing software, so that you can tell them, okay, if they need to make any podcast, if they need to make any audio package, then you can tell, okay, I'm ready to do that because I know how to edit, record, audio, and produce a proper package out of it. You can record songs, okay, yeah. If you love singing, you can sing and record it and edit it, and you can mix various soundtracks as well. And there are many more things that you can import and export audio files, which can be used in any other device, any other platform. That's a good thing, that it's not Audacity specific. It's not that you can only play it using Audacity software. You can cut, copy, slice, and mix audio the way you will cut and paste your Word file. It's almost like that. I will show you all those menu, and then you will understand that. You can normalize volume levels. If the volume is too high, you can tone it down. If it's too low, you can amplify it a little. You can fix audio defects, but again, do not think about fixing defects. Try to capture audio in a proper manner before you go for post-production. So do not wait for post-production, because that doesn't really give you good output. And you can, of course, add sound effects, a lot of sound effects, and you can always use a lot of plugins with Audacity, which I'm not going to talk about today in detail though, but you can find them out and explore. And there can be many more things that you can do using audio, using Audacity. Okay, how to download Audacity? If you haven't downloaded it as yet, the best thing to do is that go to the original site, that is audacityteam.org. So this is the site, and this is how it looks. I've taken a screenshot from their official site, and there you get all the information about downloading it, about what they're doing, about help that you need, about the frequently asked questions that you need to check out. So you get everything there in this particular website, audacityteam.org. So you go to download, they will give you option that if you want to download it for Windows, you can do that. If you want to download it for Mac, you can do that. Linux, you can do that. So everything is available there in a very user-friendly manner. You can use that. Okay, a few precautions about downloading. Always use original website for downloading Audacity. I would prefer that you shouldn't go to any other website and try to download Audacity. It's better always to go there on the website, but be aware of something they call green buttons. You will find a lot of download options here and there, but be very careful which one will get you, or rather allow you to download original Audacity software, because they use a lot of ads, because that's how they want to make some money to support their initiative. And they also in their website say that be aware of these green buttons, and do not just press in some other download button and bring a lot of malware or virus on your system. So avoid that, and always keep your system updated before downloading anything rather, because that helps a lot. So do not avoid those messages that you keep on getting. So that's part of digital hygiene. Always keep your system updated. The latest version has been released on 26 June 2020. 2.4.2. So that's the latest version that you can download. And if you have downloaded earlier, I think that it is automatically updated. Okay, now let's get into the the main area of our discussion today. And I didn't want to show it through Audacity interface directly, because I know that many of you are using mobile devices and it really doesn't come out well, and you may not understand a lot of things. So I'm trying to show it through a screenshot that I've taken and pointed out all those menus and their function and stuff. I hope you understand. At the end of it, I will show some of them through live demonstration, so you will get to understand what I'm just talking about right now. So let's look at the interface and the menu, basic menus that you get. So, okay. So once you have downloaded it, you click on this Audacity icon, and this is the interface that opens up. So this is Audacity interface that you get to see after opening the software. Okay. Now, what are they saying? What are the menus? What are the control bars? What are the buttons on the control bar? Let's see that. Okay. So these are, really known icons. So this is why I love Audacity, that, or, many other applications, they have this easy to identify icons. So on the left-hand side of the control bar, on the top of the interface, You get to see pause button. You get to see green button, that is for playing the audio. Then you have stop button. Then you have something to skip to start. That means that if you click on that, the cursor will go at the beginning of the audio track that you are working on, and then skip to end. That will take you at the end of the whole clip that you are working on. And then you have this most important button, probably, is record. So you can record live audio on Audacity. So you just open it, click on record, and it will start recording whatever you want to record directly on Audacity. So you can do it either way, that you can fetch file, existing file, or you can directly record something on Audacity platform. I will show that a little later. Don't worry about if you don't understand what I'm talking about. Okay. Then you have something called selection tool. That's I that you can see. Then you have envelope tool. I'll show you what you can do with that. Then you have something called drawing tool. Drawing tool is actually for minute audio editing. Those are used by professionals probably. You may not need to use that too often, but envelope this tool that you can use to reduce volume and increase volume wherever you need in the middle of the soundtrack. Okay, now then below the selection tool, there is something called zoom tool. You can understand looking at this magnifying glass. This is to zoom or enlarge the audio track. Then you have something called time shift. So you can click on this button, and then you can move the track here and there. That I'll show. And then multi-tool. If you click on that, then you can use these tools together. Then on the right-hand side, you have cut, paste, copy. You are also, I think, familiar with this icon. So this is about control bar. Then there is something called recording audio level. So you can adjust the level of your audio when you are recording something. You can identify which microphone you're using. So it will show which microphone are connected to your device, or rather your PC. And you can select that, okay, which one you want to use. You can actually use external microphone to record audio on Audacity. So they will show everything that's connected, and then you can select, and then you can start recording. Which speaker you're using, so that they will show as well, and you can select that speaker, and you can listen to the playback. And speaker audio level that you can adjust here, and by sliding this blue button or the purple button, and that will reduce or increase the volume. And then you have audio level monitor. So this is important because that will show that if the audio is too loud or not. Here on the right hand side, 0, that means that it's extremely loud audio. So if your audio is touching 0, then it's not very good. Then it will sound like gum on your ear. So it's better that you restrict it within -12 decibels. So if that's the label that you set, then it's good to go. It can go a little beyond -12, but it shouldn't go beyond -12 all the time. Then the sound will not be very soothing. So yeah, then on the right hand side of this control bar, you can see something like fit project to width. So that means if you click on this particular icon, then the whole project will fit on your screen. So you'll not have to slide it and find out the end of it and slide it back to find the beginning of it. It will come on your screen. Then the playback level I've just shown you, the playback speed. Okay, this is something like if you want to fast forward your volume, like this sound, if you want to get, so you can fast forward it. So audio level will be adjusted according to that speed. Then you have something called zoom in and zoom out. So if you want to zoom in the soundtrack, you can use that. To zoom out, you can use that. And then you have undo redo button. These are also, I think, known buttons that you can use to undo something which you have already done. I'll just start from how to fetch an audio file for editing. So you can do two things. Number one, you can either get a pre-recorded existing audio file from your computer, or record the audio live on Audacity. So if you have recorded it on your dictaphone or phone device, you can just transfer it and keep it on your computer, and from there you can just open that file and fetch it on Audacity platform. Or else you can just directly record your audio. If you want to do some narration, if you just want to read some story and record it, you can directly do it on Audacity platform. You can just use any microphone, external microphone that you can use, or you can use your headphone, the microphone attached to your headphone, the one that you use. So it's better not to use the internal microphone of the PC, because that doesn't really give good sound. So for opening audio file from your system, just go to File, just open any file that you want to edit from your system. The way we open any file, and that can be fetched there. Or else you just simply click on the record button after adjusting the audio level of your recording and stuff, and it will fetch. It will create this audio track on Audacity. So it will look like this. This waveforms will come. This time track will show. That means that you have fetched your audio file for editing, and here you can start editing the parts that you want to edit. If you want to adjust the volume, do away with the noise, you can do that here. Okay. Now let's look at the function of the tools that I've just mentioned a little while ago. So if you start, playing the, if you start to play this audio track, you can just, press this button, the green button, or else you can use spacebar. So if you use spacebar, if you press spacebar on your keyboard, it will start playing. If you press again, press the spacebar again, then it will stop. So it's as easy as that. So and then you will see a cursor moving with one green button on the top that you can see on the time track. Okay, if you click on the shift to beginning, shift to start button, then your cursor, wherever it is, it will go at the beginning of your audio track. So it will go to 0, as you can see, I have pointed out. For that, you need to stop the playing of this audio file, and then the cursor will move here and there if you are trying to do that by using this click to start button. So the cursor will be here. If you click on click to start button, the cursor will come at the beginning, at the starting point of your audio track. Similarly, if your cursor is here, you can see, and if you click on the click to end button, then your cursor will go at the end. Okay. Now, if you want to select a portion, and listen to it very carefully, or if you want to, edit that portion, if you want to just take out that portion, if you want to delete that portion, if you want to take out the portion and put it somewhere else, then you need to select the portion. For select the area, you go there on this select button, you click there, and then on the waveform, you just drag that area from where you want to select, and then it will be selected, and then you can magnify it and edit it, or delete it, cut it, paste it to somewhere else that you can do. Okay. Now this envelope button or tool that I've talked about, that's to select a waveform to adjust volume or put fade in, fade out. That you can do through normal menu. I'll show you later, but you can do it from here also. So if you click on this envelope tool, if you come on the waveform, then you will find some white dots. So this white dots you can drag down, drag up, and that portion's volume will be reduced. If there is too much of stress on a word and that's sounding really odd, you can just drag it down and adjust the volume. So you can do that at multiple points and adjust the audio. So these are called waveforms, I've told you already. If you click on the zoom button or zoom tool, so this is the waveforms that you have seen, and this will keep on enlarging. So you keep on zooming in, waveforms will be, getting enlarged like this. So you can identify and edit a small part of the audio. Suppose you have recorded some audio and there is something like or some portion of the audio that you want to check out, but you can find it in this waveform, and it's very difficult to find the exact point which you want to just take out. So it's better that you zoom in, you come to this area, and then you can find out, okay, here this is a portion which I need to cut out or edit, and then it will sound okay. So this is how you zoom in and then edit a small part of the audio if you want to adjust it, adjust the volume. Okay, you can zoom in further, like the waveforms will look like this until you see these nodes. Okay, for drawing tool you need to zoom it till this point, where you'll just see the lines with the dots on it, and then you can use drawing tool, and using the drawing tool you can actually modify this dots and change the volume level. So this is a very, very minute thing that probably a professional sound editor, audio editor, or sound engineer would be doing. We do not need to do it too often, but if you are that finicky and if you can really manage doing that, you can do that. But to use a drawing tool, you'll have to zoom your soundtrack till this level, and where you can see these nodes with these dots and lines, and then you can just drag it up, down, or whatever you want to do, this little portion of your audio track. So that's the role of drawing tool. Now you can use time shift tool. So what does the time shift tool do? Basically, you can drag it from here and there, like from left side to right side, you can drag it. Like your waveform was in this position, you just use the time shift tool and you can drag it further on the right hand side and further on the right hand side. So this is the way you can actually drag by using time shift tool. Okay. Now for copy, cut, paste, delete, undo, you can use Control-C, Control-X, Control-V, delete, Control-Z to undo something that you have mistakenly done and you want to undo it. So if you want to cut out a portion, you select the portion and just press Control-X. The portion will just be cut, and then if you want to put it somewhere, you take the cursor at that point and then press Control-V. It will be pasted. So it's as simple as that. As we are all used to do, or we are all used to this kind of keyboard commands, which we can use for Audacity as well, very smoothly. And you need to actually use these buttons. You need to go to the menu and do or perform all these things. It changes the speed of the playback. So I just mentioned you that if you want to fast forward it, then you can, the speed can be fast forwarded by using this tool on the right hand side of the control bar. You just drag it. So if you just click on it, I'll show you a little later. If you click on it, it will show that it's 1x and 1 into or 2 into the speed limit that can be increased in that fashion by just sliding that particular button. Okay, now whatever I've shown you is on one audio track. Now if I want to add another track, like this is probably my narration, I want to add some music to it. So what do I do? So here you do not open it. If your project is open, then you go to import and then import an audio file. If you want to open it, it will open in another window. So it will not open in this particular project. So you go to file, go to import, and then import audio file. The same way that you will open any file, it will also take you there to your systems folders and files, and from there you can just fetch an audio file. So it's like that. I try to import any file. Okay, I select one song and I just open the audio file, click on it, click on open, it will then be opened on my editing area. Okay, so this will be like this. The audio track will come at the bottom of your soundtrack that you are working with probably, and you want to mix it together. It will come like this, and you can drag it down, drag it up. You can collapse it. You can keep it like this and start working on it, as you can see it here on your screen now. So there was a single track, and now we have 2 tracks that's available to mix. You can do live recording on another track as well. So suppose you have this one track and you want to record your narration. So you have gathered some sound bites probably, and then you want to do a voiceover kind of thing or do a narration. You can just start recording right there, and it will be recorded either at the end of this track, or it can start recording on the second audio track that you can see here. So then you can keep using this time shift tool. You can just drag it and place it wherever you want to place it using this time shift tool. So you can move that around as well. If you want to split at a point, take the cursor there. Like suppose you have recorded your narration, and here is some other narration that's going on, and if you want to put it in between 2 parts of the narration, your recorded narration. So what do? You just split at a point, take the cursor there, and then you go to edit, go to clip boundaries, and there is something called split, or else you can use Ctrl-I and just click on it, and it will be split like this, not exactly like this, but there will be this division, and then through time shift tool, you can take the clip a little away from where it is originally, and then you can make some space, and there you can put your narration or music or whatever that you want to put on the second track. So first there'll be this narration, then your music will be played loudly. There'll be no narration on the top on the first track that I've just shown you, and then probably again the narration will start and the music will also go on, and you can reduce the volume and adjust it, and you can make a proper package. So those are the basic things that I've just talked about. I'll show you on Audacity platform as well. Now, how to export or save the file. Now this is very important. So if you want to save the mixed file, so you have done your editing, you are happy with the audio level, you are happy with all the adjustment that you have done, and now if you want to save the audio file, then what do you do? So you do not go for save project, you go for export. So how do you export it? So Audacity supports mainly this MP3 format, WAV format, OGG format, and it's advisable that if you are going to use it for any other platform, then it's better that you save it in MP3 format, because MP3 is not that heavy, it's a compressed file, and you can use it for any purpose on any platform. Generally, all the platforms, they accept MP3. If you want to use it for, say for filmmaking, you want to make a film, you are editing just the audio and you want to use it for that, or for that kind of activities where you need high quality audio file, then of course you can save it in WAV format. But that's really heavy. Like 1 minute file will be 10 MB. So and MP3 will be almost like 1/10 of what the WAV file would be. So it's advisable that you save it in MP3 format, and whatever format that you are comfortable with or you need, you can save it accordingly. And when you try to save it, it will ask for metadata. Now, if you want to mention all this, like artist name, who has recorded it, track title if you want to give it, because if somebody is listening somewhere else, if they want to see the metadata, they will get to see all this information, like what genre it is, what year it was produced, and all this stuff. And that's helpful probably for you if you want to publicize your work, and if somebody wants to see the metadata, they can see if you are filling up this columns. If you don't want to fill up these columns, that's absolutely fine. You can just press OK, and then it will save as a mixed file. That means when you fetch that file, it will not come in this double track. It will come as a single track mixed with everything. Now you may ask, like, what do I do if I want to retain the original tracks separately? So if you want to keep the whole project intact with separate tracks and all, then you should save it as a project. So instead of exporting that file, you just go and save that project, save project, go to file and save project, and it will be saved wherever you want to save it. You can make a folder where you can save this, and it will have extension of .aup, Audacity project. This file cannot be opened in any other platform. So to open this file, you need to have Audacity. But when you open it, you get all the tracks intact, and you can change it, re-edit it, and stuff like that. So two things are there for two different purposes. If you want to save one audio file and use it for use it any other on any other platform, then you save the audio file. And if you want to use it or rather re-edit it, you want to re-edit it, then save it as a project. Okay, so that was about the basic idea about Audacity. Then why should you use Audacity? Why not any other audio software? You can always use them, but Audacity is free and open source. So it's, as I said, absolutely free, no investment. So you do not pay a single penny unless you want to donate them. It's user friendly, and I tell you that those the students who are here on this in this webinar today, I must tell you that your employees, if you're joining any media organization or any other organization, they'll be very happy if you tell them, okay, I know about one free software, free audio software, and I can work on it. They'll be very happy because nobody wants to pay any money. It's user friendly. As I've showed you that you can use this normal keyboard commands and then edit the whole thing. If you want to just do the basic editing, you need to even go to the menu and open each and every option and then use it. You can just use this keyboard commands, and then you can do the whole editing. The same learning can be applied to other audio editing programs. So if you learn this Audacity editing, then you can apply the same skill or knowledge on any other editing programs. Those are almost same. The commands and keys can be a little different, but the basic idea is just what you do on Audacity platform. It's popular, updated frequently, and has a vibrant online discussion board. So if you have any question, you can just go to their online discussion board and you can put your question, or you can check the discussion, and there you can find a lot of answers to your queries as well. And the most important thing is that it's updated frequently. So that means they're fixing the bugs, they're adding new features, and it's of course really, really popular open source free software that you can use. Okay, now coming back to the question from where I had started, why do I prefer Audacity over any mobile audio editing app? I'm very much in favor of using mobile device for any kind of multimedia production, and you can actually do a lot of video production just using your smartphone, from filming to writing your script to editing to distribution. Everything can be done on mobile device and there are a lot of mobile apps, audio editing apps that are available. But I prefer Audacity over any mobile app. Is that because, again, Audacity is completely free and it's safe. It doesn't bring virus or malwares. Mobile editing apps are mostly paid. Even if it's free, it will put ads on it. So you must have seen that if somebody is using any mobile editing app, you have seen that that will put a lot of ads, and most of the time it's really disturbing, or it will ask for in-app purchase. So if you want to use any feature, you'll have to pay. So it's free up till a point, But if you want to use something more, some more feature, then you have to purchase it. But in case of Audacity, there is no hidden premium feature. So anything that they develop, it's all open to you. And more mobile editing apps don't have so many features as Audacity. So they may have basic, editing tools that you can use, but in Audacity, you can use a lot of features that are available. So now it's time for a quick demo. And okay, I hope you can see this screen. So here, if I start, talking, suppose I want to record something, I just, click on this record button, and then I keep on talking, but always try to give a pause of 3 to 4 seconds before you start recording anything, which I haven't done here, but that is what you should do. And it will start recording, and it will be recorded in this fashion. You can see that there is something, showing this audio level. So it should not, go beyond the -12, -6 level. If you see too much of red sign out there, it's not going. I'm not that loud now, but yes, sometimes it's hitting this red button. It's showing red at the audio level. That you should avoid. And if it's around -12, -6, that's good to go with. And now you can stop the recording. So the recording is stopped. If I want to go at the beginning of this audio track, I'll just press this button or click this button, skip to start. So it has come to 0 now at the beginning of this audio track. Now if I want to see the whole project, this whole track on my screen, I'll just go here, and here it says that feed project to width, or I can use Control F also. I just do that. The whole track that I've recorded now is here. What I should have done, which I haven't done, I've just started recording it, that I could adjust this recording volume. So it's always better if it's kept in the middle, kept at the middle, and you can also, playback volume should be in the middle so that, you can adjust it later after you listen to it. So I've shown you this, suppose I want to edit this portion, I just, select this, and then I simply do this Control X, and it's cut. If I want to put it here, I take the cursor here, and then I say, press Control V, and it's all pasted there. Now there is some gap that you can see. If I want to reduce that gap, or just don't want to have any gap, I just take the time shift tool, I just put it there. You have seen this yellow line that comes, that means that I have attached this clip with the previous clip. So this is what I can do. And if I want to completely do away with, so I just selected it, I just press delete, and it goes. And if I want to zoom in, I take the zoom in tool, and then I can zoom in, and this can come like this. The waveforms will come like this. Okay, then I can zoom back, or I can simply put it this fit project to width, so the whole project will come within the window. So this is the thing. If I want to use this envelope tool, I can enlarge it a little, take this envelope tool, and then I can reduce this volume of this portion probably. So this will sound a little low when I play it back. So I can just start playing it back like this. Sorry. So Yeah, so this will go like this. And suppose you want to add some music to whatever you have recorded. So you just go to File, then you import an audio file. So from songs, whatever song is there, I don't know what it is, but it will be opened as another track. So here I can do something that, if you play this now, so the whole music as well as my narration will go together.
So we are not able to hear the audio tracks.
Oh, you can't. I had tested it in the morning. Okay, so don't worry about that. I tested in the morning, and my colleague had said that he could hear. Okay, no problem. So the idea is that, this is how you can do it. If you want to just, edit the, say, the first audio track and just keep this on mute, you just go on the left-hand side. There is this button called mute. If you click on that, this will not be played. If you play this portion, this first track, audio track will be played, and you can do all the editing there. And then you mix it. You can do all the editing here now. You can mute this part and do that. Now, apart from whatever I have told you, the thing that you can explore is probably if you go to Effect, and here you have a lot of options of playing with your audio. You can amplify it. You can fade in, fade out. Suppose if you want to, start audio in a low volume, and then it should go up. You can just add fade in. At the end of your audio track, you just want to fade it out slowly. It goes out of your this whole audio track that you have made. So the volume will just reduce, and it will end in a very smooth way. You can do a fade out. Another thing that you can do noise reduction. So you just select a portion, you just click on noise reduction. So I'll just quickly show that how you can do this. So you select a portion. I'm sorry. You can select a portion. You can go to effects. You can go to noise reduction, get noise profile. Then you select the whole. You can select the whole project, and so you can select. I'm sorry. Yes, and then you can go to effects again and go to noise reduction. You can preview it, and you can just say, okay, the noise that has been created, that will go away, and it will be a little cleaner. Now you can do normalization. So normalization is basically to adjust the audio. So somewhere you might have gone a little over the top on your voice, so that will be reduced. So there'll be kind of synchronization. So you can check out all this options on effects menu, and there you can get a lot of options to play with your audio. So basically, this is what I wanted to show and to give you a basic idea about how you can use Audacity. And I hope that I understand that it's not possible to understand each and everything I have just talked about by using it on a mobile device and watching it or listening to me. But you can start playing with this tool. You will be good to go and can make good audio package, presentable audio package, and probably start your podcast as well. So I stop sharing now. Is it okay now? Yeah. If there is any question, please let me know, and we can discuss them. And I will try to answer as much as I can. Yeah,
thank you, Professor Pal, for your very detailed presentation, starting from the configuration required to the nitty-gritties of the software and the significance of it as well. So we have a question from Rahul Khadia. He is asking that can we import video for dubbing?
No, you can't import video on Audacity.
Hello.
you cannot import audio on, video on Audacity, but you can probably, watch the audio in some other device. You can do the audio recording, and then you can, take it in WEF format of the file, and then, use it on your video editing application or, software that you were using. There you can, export that file and you can use that. Yeah.
Okay, there is another question from Shreya Mitra. She's asking, is the software enough for creating special sound effects? That is now a requirement.
Yeah. I think I forgot to mention that in detail, but you can use a lot of sound effects, and you need to explore a lot because the time is really short and I cannot explain each and everything, but you can use sound effects. You can use plugins also, external plugins. Everything is available in audacityteam.org's website. You can go there.
Question from Abhijit Ganguly, who's asking, why are there 2 channels for every music? So I think he means that why are there 2 sound channels in every soundtrack?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So 2 soundtracks, because if it's a stereo sound that you're creating, then there'll be 2 channels in the same soundtrack. But if it's a mono audio, then it will be 1 track. So it's 2 because it's stereo format that is being created, or the original audio file is in stereo format. So that's why there are 2 channels. Yeah.
So a continuing question to this would be by Ajay Chandran, who's asking, how do you work on stereo and mono audio?
You can actually, there are options where you can, toggle with that. In that, in that Audacity interface, you have that option. You can actually toggle with that option of, making it in a mono sound or in stereo sound. Yeah.
Okay. There's a question from Joyce Ferrao. Sorry. So he's asking that when he pauses the selection, it goes back to the beginning of the track. Is there any option to kind of have the playhead in that position itself?
You can use your mouse and do that. Sometimes it happens that you are probably using some keyboard command that is causing a problem, or you are doing something. So don't worry about that. You can do that if you just click on the soundtrack. Those timestamp that you see on the top of the Audacity this interface. There you can click your mouse and stop that. Or if you're playing a part of it, you can always pause it, and the cursor will stop wherever you want to, stop it, or wherever you want to place it. Yes.
Agnishwar Chandra asks that, is Audacity a good app for sound designing or creating new beats, synth sounds or bass sounds? I think he means EDM music by that. Can we create that?
Okay, I haven't really tried doing music, but yes, you can try that. You can try that using different bits and all. If you are using external microphone, you can, obviously use that and try that. Yes.
So those were the questions by our audience.
Okay.
And there's another question. Can we edit any one channel of stereo separately?
Can you repeat the question once?
Can we edit any one channel of stereo separately?
Okay, yeah, you can do that. So whenever you are putting it on your audio track, you can, just take out one part of the stereo track, and then you can, do adjustment there. But yeah, that will take a lot of expertise to handle this stuff but you can do that. Yes.
There's a question. What are the audio plugins used for Audacity?
Okay, there are many. So you can go to this audacity.org website, and there you will get all these options that are written there, and probably you can find better answer there. So you can use a lot of plugins. Some plugins actually that comes with Audacity that you can install. So there you'll find all the information. Yes, please refer to that.
Okay. If anyone else has any questions, we have time for a few more. So People are, sir, repeatedly asking this question, how to remove unwanted sound. Sir has
Yeah.
already demonstrated that. So if you could elaborate on that a bit.
Yes. So you go to the sound effect. So if you want to, edit the noise, if you want to reduce the noise and all, then you can go to sound effects option on the menu bar, and there you will get this noise reduction option. From there you can reduce the noise. Then if you want to, have uniform sound level, then you can use this equalizer or normalization tool. So all these options are there in the effects menu that you can get and reduce the sound. But again, I will tell you that try to record good quality audio as much as you can, and do not wait for the post production to repair or fix those defects, because it's very difficult to reduce the level at a minute point. I mean, at a minute level, at some small point. So it's really difficult. It takes a lot of time. But yeah, you can do that if you have time, if you want to invest a lot of time, and if you have that expertise, you can do that using the sound effect option.
Thank you so much, sir, for answering all the questions. I would now like to give over the proceedings to Navneeta.
Before Navneeta does, thank you, Mr. Pal, Professor Pal, for doing it so nicely for us. We have had you in campus before. We look forward to having you campus in much more times. Thanks to Professor Pandey, and of course, a big thanks to Professor Mansi Agarwal, because without her, we at Heritage Academy wouldn't have been able to do anything. I would also like to mention before we close today that our technical hands, Tomal here, and also Shori Kanoyon, they have been organizing everything, not to see Shomita, who is sending you all the certificates and reminders. Yes, Navneeta, over to you. Yeah. Okay, so we wind up. Yes, Mansi, please do that.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I'm sure it was an enlightening session for all of us here. It was an eye-opener with such a lucid presentation. Thank you, Sambit sir, for being here with us. Thank you, Dr. Umashankar Pandey and Dr. Madhuba Bakshi for collating everything for us and organizing such a brilliant presentation. Thank you so much.